Hello and welcome to GregsChan 1. I am Greg and this is Channel 1. Now this is my Monster Thursday, an anime review. This is the fourth one. This is to make up for last week. Due to last week I was unable to upload one due to unforeseen circumstances. Due to technology and my work life getting in the way. However, I've been able to do a double this time around. Hopefully I can get both of these videos up in time before it becomes a Friday and a Monster Thursday does not fit into a Monster Thursday. So this is episode 4, Night of the Execution. Now this was another strong episode. Monster have got off to a fantastic start. I just hope that they can keep this up. Whether they can keep this up is a completely different story, but I would like to believe that they can. But we'll soon see. I mean, we have 76 episodes. We have now got 72 left. Now that I'm on the fourth, now I've just finished the fourth one. So let's get started. Now this was a nice refresher of the last scene of episode 3, where it refreshes your memory depending on whether you've watched the episode two episodes straight after each other, or whether you've left it maybe a day or two. Where it has the nice little refresher scene where Junkers is saying a monster is coming, but very, very muffled. And Dr. Tenma is saying, sorry, I can't quite hear you. Can you say that again? Can you say that again? Etc. To which then Junkers says, a monster is coming. Now this was great continuity of the episode linkage, because everything links in this episode. We've got loads of things that link together. Lunge, I love how much of a douche this man is. He truly is just an absolutely detestable person. You kind of look at him and just go, seriously, dude? What's your problem? He's a heavy workaholic, much like Tenma. However, Tenma is a positive workaholic, as I said in my third Monster Thursday episode. Now, something that is very apparent throughout this episode is that Lunge believes that Tenma is behind the murders over the past 9 years, since the Lieberts were murdered. Now, this is really something that is highlighted throughout the episode. Whenever Lunge encounters Tenma, he's making passive-aggressive, what's the word? He's referencing to Tenma that he knows that Tenma's a bad man. Tenma is the culprit that he is after. He just needs to find something that's going to stick to him and say, it's you. Now, obviously, we know that it's not Tenma. I mean, come on. They're not going to pull that kind of turn on us, are they? I mean, come on. Whose smart idea would that be? This then goes into a nice, we get great scenes with Tenma, where you find out how fantastic he is with his patients, how his patients love him, how he's such a positive influence on everybody, that you're kind of like, yeah, this guy is great. We get a nice bit of progress. We get a nice bit of character progression with both Junkers and Tenma, where Tenma is very reflective on how naive he was when he came to Japan, and how he thought that, getting up the ladder and, being seen as an amazing surgeon is all that matters. When really, upon saving Johan's life, he realizes that's not true. That there are more important things than, what's the word? It's the fact that you can tell that Junker, you can tell how there is a way that you can't but help but find the way that he's realized everything that he was doing, and realized that he needed to become a better person. And upon saving Johan's life, he realized that the reason he became a doctor in the first place was so he could become a great doctor, and so he could, and that being a doctor is about saving people's lives, that everyone's life is equal. Just because you're richer doesn't mean that you are better than someone else, which is something that we hear later on in an amazing standoff scene. But we'll get to that in just a moment. It was nice to get a bit of personality on Yonkers, and where Yonkers says about how he started off in his life of crime as a lockpick. He says that he'd seen a old clock where every hour a nutcracker would come out and do almost like a kind of arms up cheer kind of pose, and then go back in for an hour, and then come back out. And he says that all he wanted was that clock. And from that, because he so wanted the clock, he'd started lockpicking to try and get in so he could steal the clock. However, he kept getting caught, and it became a thing for him that he was a lockpick. Now, that is what he was good at. And that he'd, linked up with a couple of friends over the time, and that Tenma says to him that it's never too late to start afresh. That it's never too late. And that if he wants to confess to the police, everything that he's done, then that is, it's the right time to do it. We get a scene where Tenma actually defends Junkers against Lunge, because Lunge is being an absolute douchebag, which is fantastic for his character because it kind of fits in the way that he comes across as a character. However, it's nice to show that Tenma won't stand for Lunge, just trying everything he can to just break Junkers to pieces and upset Junkers so much that he may not talk. He may never open up about the crimes. He may never open up about who was behind it all, etc. We get a great scene with Becca. Becca is that comic relief character, as I said in the last episode. He is that fun guy who just can't help but find a way to make a scene entertaining. He's walking with Tenma saying, it's about time you settled down. You've got to settle down. You can't start, doing all of these silly things where you go off and do silly stuff, and you don't find a woman. You make the woman yours, kind of thing. And you have quite a nice funny scene where Tenma's like, oh, I guess you're right, you're Becca, and then he spots the clock, and it reminds him of it, and he decides, you know what, yeah, let's do it. And so he goes off to do it, buys the clock, gets back. Junkers decides he wants to come clean and opens the hospital door and realizes the police officer that was trying to protect him and there to be there in case he came clean was dead, and realizes that his friends are all dead and he's next. So he runs off. Just as Tenma arrives, he realizes, wait, Candy. Oh, Christ. He realizes that this is linking to the case 9 years ago. And it makes him start panicking, thinking, oh no, they're going to start thinking it's me now. They're going to think that I'm doing all of this. I have to find Junkers, and I have to get the truth out of him before it's too late. And I thought this was fantastic because it really made you feel for Tenma, because you realise how screwed Tenma could be at this point, and how this could play right into Lunge's hands, and how Lunge might just, arrest the wrong man. We get a scene where Tenma is chasing after Junkers. He finds out what Junkers is, and as he's heading up the steps, he's calling out, "Mr. Junkers, come back to the hospital. I need you to be safe in the hospital." And you have Junkers shouting out, "Don't come any closer, Doctor. The monster's here. The monster's going to get you," etc. And that was a moment where you actually started going, Junkers is actually trying to protect him. Because of how much of a positive influence on him Tenma was. Because, damn it, Tenma is a good man. I mean, damn. It just highlights how much of a good guy he is. And it's like, okay, this has to happen. And so, you get him come face to face. And then it is revealed, Johan is the monster. Now, when I was reading this in the manga, it really shocked me, and I just went, oh, no. Because it's going along the idea of the life he shouldn't have saved. But I thought this was fantastically done, where you don't actually see Johan's face until after Junkers is dead. Johan then points out that, yes, he went as Johan once upon a time, but he's changed his name many times since then. And you think, oh, this is not good. Not good. Not good. And you realise that, damn, this is going to be a game of chess between Johan and Tenma. Tenma goes to the police, and Lunge kind of just looks at him as if to say, I don't believe you. I know that you're the culprit. He kind of leaves on that kind of note. And you're thinking, Lunge, wake up, man. I know you think you're great, but you ain't got a clue yet, man. Anyway, that is literally it. I thought this was one of the... This has been a very strong episode. And this series has got off to an amazing start. It's actually quite surprising how strong a start this anime has got off to. It's like, wow. Could this have got off to a better start? So, I'm very impressed with the way that it's been done. But that is just me. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this, because I'm going to rate this as a 4.7. This is just like the previous episode. And much like episode 2, which I believe I rated it a 4.6, so it's gradually getting better. I hope they can keep this up, because this is an anime that I've really got hooked into within these first four episodes. Anyway, let's hope it keeps going. I hope you've enjoyed the video, and if you have, please click the like button. It's always nice to see that people are enjoying what you're doing. Subscribe if you would really like to. Help me on my way to 50 subs. I'd love to make 50 subs by December if possible. But only if you feel inclined to. You can leave your thoughts and opinions in the comment section below. Let me know what you think of the episode. Do you agree with me? Do you think that this series has got off to an amazing start? Anyway, I hope you're all well. This has been a fantastic part of the Monster Thursdays. This is an anime review of Monster Episode 4. Have a nice day, guys, and good night.